Hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. We just got back from town and went to have some lunch in town today. Excuse me, took a shower, came back because situation, but I did find some things interesting in town today. You can actually go to town. We took Art to town. We did not see any kids in town that was out today. But something that was really quite unique is we went in the supermarket today. You have to wash your hands before you gain entry. You have to do a chain of, you have to write down your name and address, phone number. Once you do that, you go through a walk-through metal detector. Before you go through the walk-through metal detector, you have to take, do your hands again with the germicide. Walk through metal detector, and then they take your temperature. And then you cannot gain entry. It's like going to Fort Knox. You cannot gain entry unless you have a face shield and a face mask on. Now, we're getting in the store, and it's just a normal store. You know, the variety is, I would probably say, a couple thousand items, maybe on the high side. It's really, it's not to choose from. We're actually going to the mall today, and we could not even get on the bus because no children allowed on the bus to go to the mall. Then we called one of our friends' drivers, and they're out of town, and then called a relative of ours. They're busy working on a project, and then we called another friend of mine who's a driver, and to take us to Valencia today. And this is yesterday and today, so zero all the above. But a good friend of mine, Tom Shipman, said we could borrow his car, but I'm not really, I'm not really one of those guys to borrow someone's car and just take off in it. I'm just not, never have been, But I'm sure he said we could have took it, and we would have been fine, but it's not something that I do. But I got to tell you, transportation can be an issue. I see that, unless you have some type of car or vehicle to get around. But then, if you have it, does not mean that everything is rosy, because you have to find a place to park. Currently, even in town, there's a few places it's really kind of hard to park. You're going to have a hard time finding a place to park, especially in Florida Central and some places like that, because they don't have, there's no parking slots. It's from the street to the front door, it's only about 30 feet. And so it doesn't give you enough availability that you can actually slide a car in or get in and out of the car. And the parking is just, it's impossible. A good place for supermarkets out here in the country. Put a big building up. But everybody's pretty well, everybody is really busy in town today. There's quite a few people out. It was not something that it was, it's just a lot of people. Just a lot of people out today. Of course, it's Christmas week, and a lot of people's going to be traveling around. I was going to do videos, but the same video everybody does. It's just going to town, the same thing. You see the same thing all the time. So I said, it's not that big a deal. You guys know where I'm at. See the videos I do, so I decided to do that. We actually went to town also to get some cake boards and things like that for Ruth. We weren't able to get a lot of places to try a lot of stuff. And I went to go get some wood, because ran out of wood. Of course, it's been raining on and off today. It must be a storm out in the ocean. But life and times in the Philippines. Any news that I have heard of anything that's going on in the Philippines presently, their vaccines are coming in, and they are being taken by a lot of the people are taking a lot of the vaccines. They're doing a lot of tests on it, and these are coming from Pfizer out of the U.S., and some are coming from Russia and China. But the ones that they're really interested are the ones from Pfizer, and they're only limited so many, I forget how many it is, but they're limited on that. So that's pretty well it. Right now, no tourist visas still, unless you get it before you leave your country, unless you can obtain a visa before you leave. Now, no tourist visas are being allowed in. You need to be married to your Filipina or Filipino before you come in the country, which is standard. No SRVs. They're doing the bleak bond right now, and they're doing the 13As, and of course the medical and the military visas. Medical visas are being looked at if you're married to your Filipina, And they're actually, a friend of mine lives in Ohio, was handicapped. He arrived here last week. So we're having quite a few people that's coming in. He's been a long time subscriber of mine for a long time, and he told me he arrived and he's really happy. So hopefully we'll get together with him. One day this last week we went to CDL. We met a couple of people and had some projects we had to do while we were there. But it was okay. The meal was good. Had a good time. I'm doing this. I haven't done a video in a few days, and we're used to doing live streams all the time, and kind of hard doing that with these internet up and down, up and down, up and down. Went to go pay the internet bill today. He's closed. I don't know if he's closed for good. I don't know. Door's locked. I don't know. Maybe I'm on pins and needles here on what internet seems to be working. PLDT and Globe are on and off, and he's a subcontractor of PLDT, and he must be getting good deal because we are getting some type of internet. We're still waiting on our fiber. It's still not here. I suspect it should have been here, like I said, 4 months ago. I guess we're still waiting on the stencil to mark the poles. Yeah, I guess you have to go. I don't know where you got to go get that. Must be gotten by Turtle. So that's update on Ruth and I. We're all doing good. We're all feeling well. I'm feeling a lot better than I was, man. I tell you what, I was down for the count there for a while. I was not doing good. Hot flashes, just aches and pains, fatigue, irritability, just really having a hard time. Be up about 3, 4 in the morning, feel like I was dying 3 or 4 days here in a row. I mean, I thought I was dying. I mean, laying on the floor type deal, seeing the stars before your eyes, thinking, I was like, ugh. And I'm reluctant to go to the hospital. Just reluctant to go to the hospital because of classification. I don't want to be classified. And a friend of mine did that up in Luzon. He got classified, so he's under quarantine now. And he had flu, just standard flu. So I don't want to get classified, so that's the reason I didn't go. Not saying they would. I'm just saying, don't want to go down that road. So that's updates here in the Philippines. Ruth's beautiful flowers behind me. As you can see, she's painted that purple. Well, that was always purple, though. We're thinking about painting the house. I don't know what color. I think a beige. And we're going to have a Christmas party here. Family, friends. They're going to be over here on Christmas. So I want to thank everybody. God bless. Everybody having a great, exciting day.